After heading over as you go, there is no smoking on board. That does include e-cigarettes. Finally, if you're sitting on the outside of the vessel, whether that's on the lower deck or up top here, you are free to remove your mask. However, the U.S. Coast Guard and the city does require masks while inside, so if you do go down, visit the cabin, visit the bar or the restrooms, while inside, we ask you to have your mask on.
We're going to spend 90 minutes together, and if you have any questions about our city, its architecture, maybe its history, listen, I don't know everything, but I'm born and raised here. I can answer a lot of your questions if you're interested. For example, let's start out by saying this is the Chicago River. This is the main branch of the river. The main branch extends from Lake Michigan behind us, and from the lake it extends about 1.5 miles west to where you'll see a junction where the three branches of the river meet, north, south. The highlight for this ride, certainly as far as I'm concerned, is going out on the lake. You'll feel we'll get a little cooling breeze, be more comfortable out there. It's a great day to do it. The river, you may notice, is a shade of green. Now, the green color is largely due to algae you'd find on its clay bottom. It's about 22 feet deep. It can vary. And the algae comes from Lake Michigan. I may or may not make it. Oh, I notice. I got to guarantee who's going to win today. The Sox. What hasn't been determined is which color. Boston fans, welcome to Chicago. They travel well, right? A lot of Boston fans this weekend in town. The color, the river is this color green 364 days a year. I left the day out. The Chicagoans are going to know darn well what I'm talking about, right? What's the other day? Oh yeah, St. Patty's Day. Here's our tradition. You know it is the Plumbers Union? They're the people that come out each St. Patrick's Day or the morning of the parade, and they will buzz about in a couple of recreational vessels, dumping vegetable dye. Not always a nice day in mid-March, as you can imagine, but I tell you, thousands come down. It's an excuse to have a party on the river, St. Patrick's Day. Now we have our share of bridges in Chicago, and did you know most all of these bridges open? Not today. They open, but this month actually, they'll begin opening mid-September through mid-November. You're going to see on the lake hundreds of sailboats. Well, this is the time of year they begin trickling back. And on Wednesday and Saturday mornings, the bridge is open, allowing the boaters to go to dry dock. They operate the bridges from the bridge houses, you see, but they're not there today. This bridge in front, this is Michigan Avenue Bridge, 100 years old. If you're looking at it, it doesn't say Michigan Avenue Bridge, does it? City is honoring here a gentleman considered our first settler, Jean-Baptiste Boussault, believed to be of French and African heritage, probably from Haiti. His little cabin and eventually trading post was right here, just north of the river, a few months back, 1770s. By the way, as we head east, take a sharp turn left with your head, and there's a landmark building right here. You're looking at the Tribune Tower. That 1920s neo-Gothic work of architecture is currently dead empty. Tribune newspaper has moved. They're converting the building to luxury condominiums. It'll be a fortune to live there. Can you imagine? Let me tell you about downtown Chicago. Years ago, why'd you come down here? Well, pretty much you're going shopping, you're going to work. Still the case. Today, it's residential. People live here. I'm gonna have to take 5 minutes. It's residential down here today. For example, north of the river left is a part of the city called Streeterville. A newer neighborhood, look to the right. This forest of skyscrapers, Lakeshore East. If you're on foot here, there's a little city park among the high-rises. They're not all residential, but majority. Now I could rattle off the names of a lot of these, but I want to focus here as we head towards the lake on the newest. Stunning! Are you kidding me? Look ahead right. You see these 3 towers? The tallest of the 3, the farthest west, is the 3rd tallest building in the city today. We are passing the St. Regis Hotel and Tower. Brand new. By the way, the hotel is owned and operated by Marriott. When was the last time you saw a skyscraper waving its way in the sky? 8 shades of blue and green on the glass curtain wall, pretty much matching the river's color. Ladies, how about this? You are looking at the tallest building in the world, designed by a woman. And a young woman, her name is Ms. Jeannie Gang, G-A-N-G. She is the owner of Gang Studios. There are a number of award-winning buildings completed by her firm, and that stunning addition to the river experience is now one of them. You know how new? The hotel's not even open yet. Condominiums, though, well, they're for sale and being occupied. Would you like to buy a unit? Starting at a 1-bedroom, you can get there for about $8 million. Hey, it comes with a bedroom. The St. Regis Hotel. What an addition to the river experience. Alright, the last bridge you pass on and the way to Lake Michigan is right here. This is Lakeshore Drive. Formal name more today. Again, the DuSable Lakeshore Drive, honoring our first settler. But if you ask the Chicagoan, how do I get to LSD? They'll send you here. There is only one way to proceed from the Chicago River we're on. You want to get to the lakefront? You're going to have to enter and pass through the Chicago Harbor Lock. As I look forward, boats are exiting, and we're going to be able to enter. We're going in with a biggie there. That's the Anita D2, a charter. We'll be in there with them. There's room. Chicago River is very unusual. Chicago River flows from the river here away from Lake Michigan. That's not how usually rivers flow. In fact, this one originally flowed from the North Branch south, and then it would all turn and enter Lake Michigan. No longer. The river flows from the lake to the river. On the way back, if you're interested, I'll tell you why. If you're interested, let me know. I'll forget about it. But here, as we're heading towards the lock, notice, if you will, the water line that will be present. It indicates currently Lake Michigan is about 4 feet higher than the river. 2 gates here. The western gate is wide open, allowing us to enter, and Anybody else who wants to go to the lake in a moment? It is free. We're not paying to use the lot. Any other boaters waiting to go there and paying? Hey, listen, if you were here and you're fishing little private vessel, you wouldn't pay. In fact, if you're the only one here, they'll open the lock for you. There's no schedule to this. It is actually open and closed on demand. The water line will indicate the difference currently between lake and river. Now the lake is very deep, it's a little confusing, but right here it's 4 feet higher than the river. Here's what will happen pretty quickly. We're going to enter here, we're going to secure our boat. There's a few other recreational vessels, they're coming, I can see they're waiting, they'll let them in. Once anybody that's indicated they're heading out at this moment is in there, the gate will close behind us. The eastern gate up front is closed. By the way, the United States Army Corps of Engineers are responsible for operating the lock. I don't know if you knew this. The Corps of Engineers are actually responsible for all of the inland waterways here in the U.S. Now, civilian employees really do the daily chore of operating this lock. And by the way, they are right here, heading to the left. They can see us. We cannot see them. Behave yourself in the lock. Now they're going to wait till these other boaters get in and secure. Now, no water is going to be pumped in or pumped out. It's all natural. Once the other boaters are in here, the gate will close. Up front, the gate will open. Now here's how it's done. The eastern gate, they'll crack it about 2 feet. Lake Michigan water will pour in and we'll go up 4 feet. We'll be up at that water line. The gates will open